Welcome back to Behind the Box. We're getting right into what we're watching, and I'm going to take it first with Into the Storm. Did you guys get to the theater to see this yet?
I don't know if I will get to the theater to see this, to tell the truth.
Well, you know what? I'm actually going to save you a little trouble and tell you why you should probably wait for it to come out on Blu-ray. Or hit instant streaming or something. I did go see the movie this last weekend, and it could be because I just come back from a water park all day and didn't have a chance to shower or anything and was sitting there in my bathing suit. That might have been a little bit uncomfortable, but it was freezing in there. But I just found that the movie... Anyways, I found that the movie was just a little bit undecisive of what it was, where it was going to go. Like, I didn't know going into this was more like a handheld thing. It was supposed to be like a documentary style show where like the whole movie is supposed to be this long documentary. And the way they do it is they break it up into two different, like they have the storyline of the Storm Chasers, which is being shot by a professional film crew. So those guys have like the big cameras and the stuff, you know, but they're still doing a documentary, and they take it among themselves to anytime you see like another angled shot of the actor to make sure to show a camera behind her on the other side, to know that you are in this documentary kind of thing.
Yeah.
But then they also have this kid that's a totally separate story who's making this video for his like high school senior graduation, and he's got like a little handheld. So he's got the shaky camera. So it goes back and forth between the film crew camera and the shaky cam, and then there's like these rednecks that have an iPhone camera. and for example, you know in Twister, like the dumb characters that wanted to get to the storm and didn't care about the safety and they just got sucked up in it? Well, 5 minutes into the movie when we met these rednecks with the iPhone, I was like, yep, they're the first ones, they're going to be done in like the first 10 minutes of the movie. So it was close. They did get sucked up eventually for their dumb antics, but
were they shooting like this?
Yeah, no, they had it. They were holding it like that, of course. Yeah, nobody knows how to shoot landscape on the phones. They always hold them portrait like that. I don't know why.
And then they have to show it on the Weather Channel, and it's like cropped on the side.
They have to crop it so badly.
It's cropped and zoomed.
I feel bad for the news stations because that's like all the video.
I can't believe that.
But yeah, so they do that. And I think it's kind of cool. The special effects are good, on the contrary, because I know there was some buzz that the special effects might not have been that good.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
But I think the special effects were really good. It's just that it couldn't decide if it was going to be a handheld film or if it was going to be this drama, because they had a lot of overacting, I think, in some parts of it that, to me, didn't set right with a handheld documentary type feel. It's almost they went from being this documentary to this really bad dramatic movie. So I could never understand, like, you know, Sarah Wayne Callies and it's all your fault. It's all your fault there dead. You know, I mean, that kind of just doesn't fit into that for me. Like,
there's no Helen Hunt, is what you're trying to say.
Oh, God, no.
So when we were first talking about this, because I talked about it on Future Focus.
Yes, that was your Future Focus.
I was saying that it was going to be hashtag Twister 2, but I think it should be hashtag not quite Twister 2.
Not quite. No, I would agree.
Wanna
not
be
quite.
Twister 2?
Yeah.
I mean, my niece went to see it with me, and we both came out and were like, no, Twister's definitely better. I mean, it still holds up. Even the effects on Twister, I think, still hold up a little better than... It's just, they went all out on this movie. And while it's great, there are some scenarios that it would take, like, the hand of God to make happen on a daily basis. You know, it's just like, tree falls, gas tanker crashes, here comes the power line, now there's a tornado, now it's a fire-nado, somebody's running out to it, they're getting sucked up. You know, it's just kind of like...
Yeah, kind of like Final Destination kind of
yes,
style.
Yes, that it seemed kind of like that atmosphere a little bit.
Well, do you think if they shot it just like they did the other movie, that instead of shooting this documentary style, do you think they just made it a cinematic?
Yes, I think it would have worked.
Would have been better?
And I think if they would have gone completely with the documentary and not had the acting and just, you know, I mean, yes, you have acting, but not had like the very dramatic storylines.
The overacting.
And just had the stuff happening like Cloverfield, for example, where you get to know the characters for a few minutes at the beginning, and the whole rest of the story they're just running. And yeah, we don't get to know the characters that well, but in this kind of a movie, do we really care? We're going to see it for all the cool stuff that's going to happen, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean,
it's kind of the setting is the character usually in this kind of a film.
Yeah.
But
yeah, definitely my take on it. I don't think it's a bad movie, but I don't think it's worth going to the theater to see right now. So wait for it to come out and then watch it at home. Special effects will just be just as good. So, moving on from that to Raphael's pick, Nymphomaniac. And Raphael, you want to fill us in on that one?
It's like I'm just going to give that away, pass the ball to you on that one.
Let me just say, so I was looking for a Netflix pick or what we're watching, and you're just scrolling through, and here they are, Nymphomaniac, Volume 1 and Volume 2. Now, the reason why there's 2 volumes is because they had to split it up because the original version was 4 hours long.
Oh my God.
So
nobody's going to watch that unless it's Titanic.
Right. So it's really, really long. That's the first part of it. Second part of it, there are a good handful of actors in it. Uma Thurman, Christian Slater, Shia LaBeouf. This is kind of around Shia LaBeouf's transition stage. He's causing a lot of uproar in the
artsy stuff, right?
Yeah. He was doing some artsy stuff, and I think he pissed some people off, and he had some antics, like wearing a bag on his head, and then had
I saw that.
bunch of stuff that he's going. So it was the middle of all that. So he was trying to come out with something totally shocking, and yes, it is. You see everything of Shia LaBeouf, and that's in the buff.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I can't explain that. But anyways, great actors in it. The storyline basically is all about this young woman who is an nymphomaniac, and she was found in a ditch, beaten up and bruised, and was found by this old guy, and just for some weird reason, he rescued her, and then suddenly she's telling her life story to him, and about her growing up as an nymphomaniac and all this things that she did to have sex, multiple occasions, and it's a very graphic movie. So I warn you that it's not rated on Netflix, but
don't watch it with your kids.
Don't watch it with your kids.
But I think the name should pretty much give that away. So
well, so basically, if you want a really shocking film, watch it. But I'm giving everyone just a service that I watched it for you. You don't have to, but it's 4 hours long. There's lots of nudity, but sometimes you think, why did they do that? And sometimes you kind of understand the reason that they did. So I kind of leave it to that. So the
Nick,
choice
you're
is yours.
awfully silent over there. What do you got to say?
Well, I think it's probably one of those, I went to art school, so
very artsy movie.
Yeah, we definitely watched some stuff that was just like, what is this weird thing? And I mean, a bunch of other students were into kind of weird stuff. Not necessarily this in general, sex or nudity or whatever, but I could see it being one of those movies, like an actor, oh, look at this movie that I did. And it was out there, kind of a thing. Yeah,
it definitely was out there, and it is technically a foreign film. Lars von Trier is the director, and he's also known for these shocking, erotic-y movies, and But I looked at the reviews just out of curiosity, and they have both sides. They really loved it, or they really, really hated it. And
so it's definitely a love or hate movie, yeah.
Pretty much. But if you open your mind to the art of it, the way it's put together, the different stories intertwining, and you might get it. Or you might just hate it. So
what you're definitely going to get is Captain America.
Hey!
Yeah.
Like America.
Yeah, so this is actually not out on DVD or release or anything, but it's digital release. So you can get it. The Blu-ray doesn't come out till September 9th, but it's available now. You just buy it, which is the great thing about digital media. They don't have to wait for the Blu-ray to get pressed or whatever. They can just...
I don't have to go to the store and reserve my copy?
Exactly. Yeah. You just watch it now.
It's awesome.
So, I gotta say something about this picture. I don't know.
Please, let's clarify.
I don't know if you can see. So this seems kind of like a fan-made image. Granted, I kind of gave this to Robbie at the last minute, and he hasn't seen the movie, so he didn't realize it. But these two characters on the right-hand side, the Falcon is in the movie, but he doesn't look like a luchador wrestler like he does in that. And the guy with the skull just straight up is not in the movie. I don't know where that came from.
Yeah, it probably would have helped me seeing the movie to be able to get the right graphic for it.
I think you'll be right, though. It looks nice.
But you should see it. But you don't get into comic book stuff, right?
Not really to that extent, no.
So, but the good thing about this movie is it's just a great spy action movie. It's more based on the reality, and it's him and Shield, which is like their big conglomerate war machine, like defense. Basically, the Defense Department, after all the stuff that happened in the Avengers, they just gave all this power to Shield, and they basically became this big company and this big organization trying to basically a lot of similarities to some issues that people have with their own government as far as watching us and keeping an eye on us and trying to prevent a crime before it actually happens. Punish somebody before they do the crime, kind of a Minority Report kind of a thing. And that's really against how Captain America believes, and it's him and Black Widow, which is Scarlett Johansson, and then Nick Fury, which is Samuel L. Jackson. So it's kind of the three of them, going up against some evil with S.H.I.E.L.D. involved, and I don't want to give anything away, but it's definitely a good, just straight up action movie, but also kind of a spy thriller kind of a thing. So it's not, you don't have to necessarily be.
So I might enjoy it even though I don't like comic book characters that much?
Yeah, exactly. And I think that if you do like comic book characters, you'll really enjoy it because the Winter Soldier is this story. Do you know anything about it? I know you probably don't, but so it's a story. It basically comes from Captain America's best friend.
No, I don't
supposedly dies back like during World War II before Captain America's frozen and then reawoken. But they actually found him and they kind of transformed him into this villain. So he's fighting his best friend, and he's gotten all these like cryogenic. But in the comic books, he actually takes over as being Captain America. So Chris Evans, who's playing Captain America now, has already said that he doesn't want to do too many more movies. So I think this is also kind of leaving that open to be like, hey, this guy might be the next Captain America. And Sebastian Stan is the actor that plays him. I think he did a great job. So I'd be happy to see if that's where they want to go with it.
I might check it out if you check out *Halt and Catch Fire*.
No?
I
don't know if it's worth it to me for you to watch this. That I have to go on.
Yeah, that's true.
I actually met Captain America.
Did you?
The real one?
The real one.
The real one.
He was in Myrtle Beach. The official.
That was just me.
That's
the official from Marvel.
That's convenient.
He came here for a big festival, and I had to do some interviews with him, but he's a nice guy.
The guy they hired. Fest or something?
No, it was a kid fest.
Did you guys eat out?
No, we didn't eat out.
Take you out on date or anything?
No. Just a quick interview
I feel like
before
he'd be a big
his
TGI
job.
Fridays guy.
He's a really nice guy, actually. He travels all over the world.
I saw your pictures with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
I don't think I've ever. No, I didn't see those.
It's on the Facebooks.
It's on the Facebooks.
Oh, yeah.
It's on the
I'll
interwebs.
have to go check those out then.
Next time you're on our Facebook page, facebook.com/BehindTheBoxTV.
Yes.
Go over to Raphael's page and you'll
Plug.
see that nice shot of him and Captain America.
Yeah, to do it.
But
that's it. And if you don't have a date, you can always stay at home and watch some Netflix movies and TV shows, and we have those coming up next in Netflix Picks.